had COVID.
Really?
So City? All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everyone. Sabrina, you're up.
Oh, yeah. You didn't forgive me today.
No, I didn't.
Thank you.
It took me 3 years to remember you.
Okay. The Board of Commissioners, I'll make a motion that the Board of Commissioners approves the February 8th, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes. CCOA, Palmer, come on up. You're up.
Oh, we can't.
You're first.
We'll stay.
You can stay right there, but we don't have you on camera. Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, okay, good. You can stay there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can sit there.
All right. Good morning, members of the Portage County Board of Commissioners. We're here to talk to you a little bit about our energy program, bring you up to date.
Thank
We
you.
haven't been here for a while. Bob Snavely is handing things out. He's your representative for the county, and Kirk Mazurk is also here. He is Vice President of Palmer Energy. Palmer Energy are consultants for the CCO Energy Program. We have been doing an energy program since about 2008.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2008. And as you know, CCO has a service corporation, which is a for-profit entity. And we have three main purposes for the service corporation. One is to save our counties money. The second one is to help our counties become more efficient in their administration and operation. And the third one is to do things to benefit your constituents. So the energy program is one of the three programs that we own, and we use it to help you save costs on your utility bills for your county facilities, both natural gas and electric. We are doing your gas right now, and your electric is up for renewal in May. You're one of 73 counties out of the 88 counties that are involved in the program. Most of the remaining counties are unable to be in the program because their facilities are under a municipal power an arrangement or a private company, rural electric, something like that. We can only serve facilities that are served by a major distribution utility. So we got like 2 or 3 more we need to bring in. We're working on that. So that's kind of like the main introduction about it.
Yeah, so Commissioners, thanks for having us in today. And what I just handed out to you is a folder, and it kind of goes over our services. You're probably familiar with that, as John kind of mentioned. But also electric and natural gas savings analysis. The electric analysis is the savings for the term of the agreement ending in May. The natural gas is the savings, excuse me, over the past year. Electric, from an electric standpoint, you know, I mentioned that our contract's up in May. For all intents and purposes, that's kind of right now in the energy business. We want to try to get an RFP on the street. We've got a couple other counties. When we send out RFPs, the request for proposals, we send them out to multiple suppliers, and we're completely independent, excuse me. And so when we're doing negotiation, we're doing it for the CCAO on behalf of the counties. And so by putting these bid packages together with other counties, we're able to secure some pretty advantageous pricing. And I think you'll see that in the analysis that I just handed out. We have we've gone through all the bills. We have everything we need in that regard. The last thing we're looking for is a letter of exclusivity. Thanks to Shannon for going through everything and getting everything together. There's a lot of meters. And so her help was appreciated. So the last thing we need is the letter of exclusivity, which is standard. We send that out to all the suppliers. The suppliers require that. It tells them that you'd like to price through the CCAO program. Once we get those bids back, I'll be back. We'll put together a thorough analysis written, and we'll hand that out, go over it. Make a recommendation there, and then ultimately the commissioners, obviously, you make the decision on what you want to do going forward. That's what we've done last time. This is the first electric contract that we've done together. The savings has been significant, but you know, there has been some issues with billing, as I think we all know here, and we've really worked to kind of solve that. A lot lot of that had to do with dual billing, and that's not gonna be an issue anymore going forward. In fact, I spoke to our electric analyst yesterday, and for the month of February, all of the, individual billed accounts should be on the singular utility bill now going forward. And so we're happy to put that to bed. If those are issues going forward, we'll get those solved. There was some payment that was behind. I again spoke yesterday, Dynegy should be sending out, a bill if you haven't gotten it already, you should be getting it any day now.
Do we have?
Okay, that should be any day now. We got confirmation from Dynegy that it is being sent out. So once that's taken care of, we should be back on track. And then going forward, everything will be consolidated, and we probably won't have any issue again. So we appreciate your patience with that. We know that it's a frustrating scenario. You'll remember that 3 years ago when we did this the first time, the reason why we did the dual billing instead of the consolidated billing was the savings difference was in the tens of thousands of dollars. And so by doing it separately, you were able to save that money rather than doing it, consolidated. But because of, frankly, us kind of requesting that the supplier, try to be able to do the consolidated billing, that's happened. But really, it's just been competition in the industry that has turned what was dual billing into consolidated. And frankly, I think on their end, they have, every issue we have, they have to deal with as well. And so the time that they've spent on it, that we've spent on it, I think that's kind of driven to consolidated billing from most of the suppliers, and that's what we'll be doing going forward.
John, you said 73 of our 88 counties? Okay. And then, which you were just speaking of, with the consolidation of the competition, is why all of a sudden, over the last 3, 4, 5 years, that the competition, has it always been there, or is this something new that we're really getting significant competition from others?
There's always been, competition. When we send out the RFP, we collect, bids from multiple suppliers.
Mhm.
So that's always been part of the RFP process. When I was talking about competition, I meant the change from the dual billing to one consolidated bill. A lot of the stuff using, I can use aggregation as an example. In a lot of aggregation, there were fee to leaves when aggregation first started, and then one supplier said no fee to leave, and everybody kind of followed suit. And that's kind of what we've seen a little bit with the suppliers going from dual bill to consolidated bill. It's not all of them, but that's the direction that the suppliers are starting to go right
Yeah,
now.
let me jump in here a second too. What's happened over the years, obviously consolidated billing is where you get the bill directly onto your utility bill.
Mhm.
One bill, it is what it is.
All the charges on
All
one
the
bill.
charges are one bill. What's happened over the past few years, there were a few suppliers, it cost them a lot more money to do it through the utility. It's just a different set of books for them. Let's just trying to make it very, very high level on it, on how they're billing out, when their prices have to be into the utility, so it costs them additional monies. Your current supplier was one of the last suppliers to go to that consolidated billing type of pricing, and that's been very helpful because they have been providing excellent pricing, but we had that the dual billing problem with that. That's been taken care of now, and we've had to push them into that. I just want to say one more thing too, that talk about what John and Bob were talking about. Everything on this program is based on the RFP process. That's a fundamental premise of the CCAO program, is to RFP everything out, whether it's your natural gas, whether it's your electric for your facilities, constituents, whatever that happens to be. That's very important these days, and we're able to do that under 948 of the ORC in order to go out on your behalf to act as your consultant to get you the best possible pricing out there. That's a very important part of that. And the secondary part of it is just not myself making these decisions or John making these decisions on the electric. You're there with us in hand making the decisions for you. And there's also a board makeup of 12 county commissioners and facilities managers, county administrators that are overseeing the overall process. And I think John's said this before, if you all ever have an interest in participating on that board, we're always looking for new elections. Every November or October, there's an election, but that's the important part of it. There's a lot of other commissioners that are overlooking this important program to make sure that it's going very smoothly, and at this point, it's been phenomenal. The savings over the last few years have gone up dramatically, but there's also, you know, there's reasons for that we're putting the counties in the best possible position. We're supplier agnostic. We don't care who the supplier is, as long as they can financially handle the work, number one. Other than that, there's, you know, we don't get Christmas cards from them because we're out there working on behalf of your county to get you the best possible prices and, more importantly, the best possible contractual terms behind those prices.
Okay, thank you.
And ultimately, the key to the program is we're not making any decisions for you. This is actually Portage County's decision.
Mhm.
You know, we bring you the information we gain from the suppliers, we make recommendations, but it's ultimately your decision in your program.
Thank you. Mike?
Good.
Sabrina?
I'm good.
All right, thank you. No questions right now, thank you. Yep.
So you said I have one question. You said that we are up in May for our electric supplier?
We need to bid it out pronto.
Yeah, that's right, Commissioner. Our contract ends in May, but if we're gonna switch suppliers, that's something that we have to get done early April to allow the utility to make any sort of transition that needs to be made. And we want to obviously have time to get bids from as many suppliers as we can,
Yeah.
do the analysis, and then make that recommendation. All that takes time. So after today, we're going to Geauga, to talk to them too, because they're gonna be part of this bidding process. And then, once we get, you know, the LOE from both counties, which I think Geauga probably will happen today, we can send everything out and get some pricing and get back here and, continue the savings.
Okay.
And you guys need a letter, right, signed, that's what you.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
You sent it to me.
Okay.
We really need that letter of exclusivity to do what we say we're doing on it. You've already done the agreements with the County Commissioners Association at this point, that's all in order. We just need something with the updated exclusivity letter, so we can actually get this, so you don't wanna lose a month or two of savings right now, especially where we're at in the market. I mean, that can be a lot of money, especially May and June timeframe, based on some of your higher months.
So when would you, need a decision, yesterday?
Yep.
And it's the president that signs it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it
matter,
can be
it can be
any
anybody,
commissioner.
we don't care.
And-
Or all three, or.
Yeah, so the suppliers actually require it, they're the ones who need it and request it. But as far as which commissioner signs it, doesn't matter, we have county administrators sign it as well, so.
It doesn't matter from that perspective. Anybody from the county can sign it that you feel has the appropriate title to it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
We would need a resolution to give authority to either
Yeah.
one commissioner
Yeah.
or me
Yep.
if you want me to sign.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.
Anything else for us?
Pardon? So
Come on.
what was that?
That was cute, John, that was cute.
I'm not sure. All right. Well, good to
I know
see you all.
CPR.
We're gonna send them home.
Yeah, take him home, will you?
Yeah, thank you for your
I
time.
don't
See you guys.
I don't
Thank
need
you.
CPR, it's how else you mix
John.
drinks. What?
Like a sick house.
Pretty
cat.
well,
Nice.
actually.
Spreading your love over here.
I like straight,
Do you want me to work on that
All right.
resolution? so I can-
All right. Good to see you all.
good to see you guys.
Alright.
You guys are
I'd
right
shake
there.
your hands, but I don't wanna get
You're
close to
cooties.
Spencer.
Take them to Geauga.
We'll just.
Do they need this?
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye, Bob. Bye, Kirk.
See you
Yeah, I'll
later.
send it to-
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, and then I'll send,
See you guys.
Tammy, come on up.
I just have to be back here.
How you guys doing today?
Good. How are you this morning?
I don't think there was one.
Thank you.
I'll work, we'll work together and we'll just send it.
Hi, Tammy.
Hello?
Is there any comments?
Nope, everything is pretty straightforward.
All right. In accordance with section 305.30 of the Ohio Revised Code and the board's resolution 21-0396, part 9I, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges and approves the county's administrator's approval too. I'll make a motion to authorize the hire of Matt Miller, for water treatment operator in training, Portage County Water Resources, to be effective as of Monday, February 26, 2024.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Make a motion to authorize to promote Laura Kolar to Account Clerk 3, Portage County Jobs and Family Services, to be effective as of Monday, February 26, 2024.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to authorize the 3-day internal posting of the full-time Account Clerk 2 for the Portage County Jobs and Family Services with external posting if no internal appointment is made.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve anniversary and/or step increases for the following non-bargaining employees: Scott Clements, John Betts.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1, the Board of Commissioners to move into executive session to consider the employment of a public employee.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes. Thank you. Gentlemen, I don't know who you are.
Are you from Viega?
We don't know who you are either.
Well, I've got a nameplate in front of me.
Get to know each other. So,
executive session.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Is there any action?
No action.
No action.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Jackie.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Okay, so I do have, before we get into the discussion about the carryover, I do have one comment about journal entries number 2 and 3. I'd like to request to table those for now. These are regarding the equitable sharing agreement certifications for the sheriff's office. One of them is for the sheriff's office and one of them is for the drug task force. The drug task force one is new this year to come to the board. So I started researching the guidance a little bit, and I'm seeing some possible discrepancies as far as the governing body is the finance department. It's supposed to be the county finance department and the county commissioners department. I'm not sure what's been done in the past, so I wanna make sure whatever is being done, that we're righting the wrong and getting things done
Yeah.
right, and before we certify anything.
Yeah.
I wanna make sure we get it right.
So reading some of the stuff, the drug task force has been around for 41 years, Mike?
Quite a while.
When you were a child?
Yeah, when I was a
Okay.
kid.
And so, so
Senior in high
the
school.
information, the paper they'd like to, the DOJ would like to be signed, has never been signed by the Board of Commissioners before?
Not for the task force.
So that's always been, and the task force that's there still lists the 3 cities?
Yes, it's got the Ravenna, Streetsboro, and
Kent?
Kent in
Kent.
it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, when was that disbanded? Was that
21.
21?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2021, and we've never seen from 21 through now, we've never seen anything that.
I don't believe that the Board
There's
of
never been a
Commissioners
signature on
has
there?
been a part of,
So
no.
who's been signing for it?
I believe it's been the sheriff, and then, depending on the year, I think it was Larry Limber the past couple years, or
Dave
a
Doe?
police chief.
Okay.
Fire-
So-
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, we need to.
And what's the
correct that.
second one?
for the sheriff's office?
You said there's 2 resolutions. What was the second one?
Oh, so there's the 2 journal entries, the other one is the one for the sheriff's office.
Uh-huh.
Just because I just wanna make sure we're standardizing and getting the process right, and that we understand everything involved, you know, as the governing body head, what is our full responsibility and what are we
Who-
supposed to be doing?
Who have you been talking to that all of a sudden these questions came up?
Well, there was an email between Ron Rost and the Department of Justice, just basically trying to clarify who's the governing body head, who should be signing this, defining who's the agency versus the governing body head, who's the finance person that's responsible. And they finally clarified, no matter what it is, your governing body head is your commissioners
Mhm.
and your county finance department.
Okay.
So that's kind of what changed.
So
this year.
that's different, from you could tell, that's different than what's happened in the past?
Yes, so the sheriff's office, the board has always been involved as the governing body head, but for the task force, we've not been a part of that.
So Board of Commissioners, the sheriff is or the head of it, but never, the governing body commissioners have never
Yeah.
had anything to do with this in the last 40 years that you could tell.
Not for the task force,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
And
So
you're-
I will research that further, and
Okay.
once I get clarification, I can.
So it sounds like one
Follow
led to
up.
the questioning of the other then.
Mm-hmm, right,
Okay.
so, yeah, because I was digging in a little deeper about the drug task force, then it just led to some need for clarification on both,
Okay.
I think.
Anybody,
Okay.
questions? Okay, thank you.
Okay, so, the discussion item is about 2024 cash carryover and the possible contingency. And I have some handouts here. There you go.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to circle back about the cash balance. The certified cash balance at the end of January was 15.8 million. And our certified estimated resources were about 56.9 million. So our total certification, which is our now total certified pool of resources, is $72,792,777. Now, our total appropriations, which is what we did at the end of the year, what we appropriated to all departments, was the 67.3 million. So now we have available unappropriated certification of $5,450,418. Because we have this funding available, I thought we probably need to plan out what are we gonna keep in contingency, what do we want, before we plan for any projects or anything like that. I think we probably should consider what we wanna keep aside for contingency for what might come up this year. My thoughts are this list below. This would be my recommendation at a minimum is for conversions and payouts, like sick leave conversions, retirement payouts, things like that come up, $200,000. We also have mandated shares from JFS and the health department. We have a children with medical handicaps mandated share that we're never really sure what that's gonna be. It's based on the reimbursement that the health department requests from us. I would recommend leaving a cushion in there of about $350,000. As far as advances out and transfers out, a lot of times departments need support. If they have a grant and it's reimbursement based and they don't have any cash until they get the reimbursement, we have to, we'll have to supplement them. So as far as advances out and transfers out, I would recommend keeping about $1 million in a cushion. And then just other miscellaneous department needs, existing projects that might need a contingency or might go over their project, insurance claims that come in, anything just unexpected. I would recommend keeping about $2 million aside. As the board probably recalls, last year around March or April, we decided to hold off spending, and by the end of the year, we had gone through about $2 million just in things that came up, even when we were intentionally holding off spending. So I think 3.5 million, or what we have here, 3,550,000. I think that would be a pretty good cushion just for anything that might come up. So if we go with that recommendation, then the unappropriated carryover remaining is about 1.9 million.
Of that money, like the ARPA money, is that included in this carryover?
No, this is separate. This is just
Okay.
general fund.
Okay. All right, cool.
Looks good.
Good job, Becky. Thank you. All right. You're up, Sabrina.
Jackie, was there anything else?
No other comments.
The Board of Commissioners authorizes Commissioner Anthony Badalamenti, President of the Board, to sign the Organizational Acknowledgement Form and ACH Direct Credit Authorization Form for the 2024 NOPEC Community Events Sponsorships. Copies of this request will be kept on file at the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
I'll second the question. What is the community event?
So we get about $1,500 to $1,700 each year. This year we got around $1,700. It's supposed to be an event that engages the community and I think links to NOPEC in some way, or
Okay.
energy conservation and things like that. I don't think we've determined what the event is this year. This is just
Yeah, well, you know what,
requesting the
we had
money.
looked into, cause in the past, we sponsored like the car show with the money and stuff. We had looked into the Dolly Parton book program, cause remember United Way was looking for some money because they only get half the book paid for from the Dolly Parton Imagination, and then United Way has been funding it, and as that program's taken off, and remember we contacted NOPEC and they were all for it, cause what they would do is whatever grant money we give them, well actually NOPEC, we never even touch it, NOPEC gives it to them direct on our behalf, and then they were gonna put a label inside of each book and said that it was sponsored by us and NOPEC for the kids that get the free books. But, I mean, unless you guys have something else, but,
Are we doing
Yeah.
that again this year? Have they contacted us to continue that?
well,
This
we,
is just
last
getting the
year we
money,
didn't
but-
get it.
Yeah.
This year we're getting it, and so we decide what we wanna do with it. And so, and it's certainly something that affects everyone in the county. And NOPEC actually, remember Jackie, we called, they actually liked the idea, and they said as long as they put a sticker inside that has like our names and NOPEC's,
Mhm.
they were all on board with it.
So, yeah, we have to determine, you know, what to do with the money. This is just saying,
Yeah, we're gonna accept it,
yeah, we're
but
accepting it.
I just wanted to remind people that that's one request we got.
Was that what Governor DeWine's wife was
Uh-huh.
part of that too?
Mhm.
Okay. Alright,
Roll call. Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
No.
And Tony?
yes.
Okay. In accordance with section 305.30K of the Ohio Revised Code and this board's resolution 21-0396 and this board's resolution 21-0878, Board of Commissioners acknowledges and approves the county administrator's approval too. I'll make a motion to direct the auditor's office to pay process the February 8th, 2024 bills, ACH payments, wires, journal vouchers, and then announce as applicable, contingent upon the verification of the report as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes,
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to process the February 8th, 2024 budget amendments as reviewed and recommended by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to authorize the application to the Ohio Department of Public Safety, Ohio Traffic Safety Office's 2024 Summer Holiday Enforcement Program grant on behalf of the Portage County Sheriff's Office.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to create Fund 4266 Cleveland/Diagonal/Ravenna for Portage County Engineers Office.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to transfer from Fund 0001 General Fund to Fund 4002 Multipurpose County Building Acquisition and Rehabilitation.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to authorize the application of to the Supreme Court of Ohio for the 2024 Technology Grant by the Portage County Court of Common Pleas and Adult Probation.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Make a motion to transfer from Fund 0001 General Fund to Fund 1414 Child Support General Administration.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes. Thank you, Jackie.
Oh, no, thank you.
Miss Dawn, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good. Hi. Hi. Okay.
You're up, ma'am.
Miss Dawn.
Discussion.
Discussion items, I'd like to apply for an application to the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency for encouraging environmental excellence. It is not funding, it is just like an award recognition to say that we are really trying in Portage County to divert from the landfill.
So we're asking them, send in the information, what we've accomplished,
That's right.
so they can give us an award?
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
Go for it.
Thank you.
And then your drop-offs.
I like that, by the way.
I know, it's not something I would typically want to do, but
Yeah.
they keep sending emails and it's something that we've talked about for years at the district, so I think it's time.
So it's time to do what?
Promotes a partnership with Ohio EPA.
And what would that mean?
We get a big fancy flag.
Mhm. To fly over just a building or at every drop-off site?
No, not at every drop off state
Okay.
at the district.
Mhm.
That's
And
it.
so by us doing that, we would be teaming up with the Ohio?
Ohio EPA.
EPA?
Right.
Okay.
And they'd promote the district and recognition.
That's good.
Oh, okay,
Right.
cool.
Drop-offs.
Drop offs. Circling back since November, our original contract from 5 years ago was $600. I brought it back in November, talked about reducing it to $500. And here we are.
So the $600 or $500 is from, how many drop-offs do we have and how many townships?
We have 6 drop offs We have 7 if you count Brimfield, but Brimfield is also curbside. And I have to say, Brimfield probably brings in the most tonnage, even though we are curbside in Brimfield and Suffield.
So we charge for each township,
$600 a container.
okay.
So what is our actual cost for that now? Did that go down or?
So we dropped our contamination rate from 25% to 14%. And to pick up hasn't gone down, except for the original analysis was like $189,000. We dropped from picking up 5 days a week with 2 different trucks to 3 days a week with 1 truck. Since we went to single stream, we just need 1 driver 3 days a week. So on average, it's $65,000.
Versus 189,000?
Right.
So how much do we bring in then?
We don't make money on recycling.
Yeah, I mean, for the drop-offs.
Oh, 20,000. If we charge $600 a container.
So we're in the
20,000.
hole.
Absolutely.
So why would we
Why
lower
would
the
we
rate?
wanna reduce it? It's
Yeah.
our job. That's what our generation fees are meant for.
Describe that, with the generation fees are meant for.
So the solid waste district was established to divert from the landfill.
Mhm.
And our generation fees are intended to create programs like that. And that's what our generation fees are supposed to
But
be
by
doing.
keeping it 600, you'd have more generation fees to do other programming. It's also meant to help with like educational stuff. I mean, we can use it for a whole array.
That is true. However, it is not meant to be charging townships to put drop-off containers there. Like, there's not other townships that are charged for this service.
So you're saying our county is the only one
Yeah,
that has
right.
fees for drop-off
Yeah, like,
to the townships?
right, like Geauga Trumbull, has a contract, but it is just to have a contract to pick up on their properties, right? Otherwise, like, if the townships didn't sign it, we would have to rent a place in the township.
But Ashtabula, all they have is drop-offs. You know,
Right.
as you know, we're one of the few counties that actually provides curbside service. Everything else is outsourced. And Ashtabula actually puts an assessment on everyone's taxes for the drop-offs to help cover that cost. Because by all means, it's, the liability relies on is the Board of Commissioners, because we are required to have access to recycling, right? So, I guess,
How much do you know, with Ashtabula, how much do they assess every
yeah,
household?
it's only like $5 a half in taxes.
So they don't have, a generation fee? And they would pay a private hauler?
Yeah, Kimball does all theirs.
Do for me again what generation fees mean.
For every ton of trash that goes to the landfill,
Mhm.
a generation fee comes back to the district.
About how much per tonnage?
It's $9.60.
Okay, so every time one of our trucks goes up there and it's got tonnage, we get,
Yeah, so it's not our trucks that go to the landfill.
okay,
It's, all of the private haulers that go to the landfill.
okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I also have to remind everyone, we have one of the highest generation fees in the state. Ours is, everyone else is like 5, ours is 9.
Right, which is really why we shouldn't be charging so much for our
Mhm.
drop-offs.
Okay. So the question that you want today is, can you drop it from $9 or $6 to $5?
$600 to $500.
And so how much of a savings would that be,
It's $100 a container.
which is, how many containers do you have?
There's 9 at Randolph, so
Okay.
it's not a huge savings, but it's a good faith effort.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mike, you have any questions?
I do.
So would you
Hey,
support the drop?
yeah, she's running that place, and if she feels that that's what's going to work, I'm in.
Sabrina?
Yeah, as long as the generation fees cover it and we're not putting it on the backs of the curbside people, which has
Yeah.
happened in the past.
It has happened in the past.
And as long as then I will agree to drop it. But eventually, what's gonna keep us from not charging it, period? That's my point. If we're gonna drop it, we're saying that's because we have gen fees, but we also are required by statute to provide curbside
We're not provided to,
No.
we're not required to provide
I mean,
curbside.
provide,
Service.
maintenance or access to recycling.
Right.
Right. We are required to provide access.
Yeah.
So out of, how many years have you been over solid waste?
12.
12 years? And you've been director for 2, 3?
Two.
2 years now? So things have changed a tad bit?
Yeah.
And we've been, it's been financially pretty sound with
Yeah.
things?
Standardizing it, helped pull us out of the red.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So right now, we're just dropping it, what's that, 5% or
Yeah.
so?
Right.
Dropping it, so we could keep following that to, as one day get to 0? Maybe? Maybe?
Yeah, we're good
Okay.
at this, yeah.
Because the only other thing is to be honest, any township could just say, I'm not paying it.
Mhm.
That's right.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
so,
And then we'd
Yeah.
have to rent a spot somewhere. And
That's right.
who wants to
so
do that?
let's show that good faith
Yeah.
and go
Drop it.
from there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, oh wait,
Wait,
I got
so you have a resolution.
Wait, I have a resolution. The Board of Commissioners authorized the Portage County Solid Waste Management District to file an application to the Ohio Environmental Protection Agency for the encouraging environmental excellence in communities.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you again. Sir, County Prosecutor, Chris, good, you gentlemen? Yep.
Okay,
Hi, morning.
in accordance,
Good morning.
okay, let me read this.
Yep.
In accordance with Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G3, the Board of Commissioners moves into executive session and conference with an attorney for a public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending court action.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes. Mr. Jenkins, I'm gonna ask you to exit stage left.
He's.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second?
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Is there any
No.
action?
No action. We're gonna
Thank you.
recess
Thank you.
for 5 minutes.
Recess for 5.
Okay.
Thanks, Larry.
Hi, Larry. I get to see you again. See you all the time now.
We're going to reconvene as Board of Commissioners. Morning, Brad.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having us here today. Today we're here to present a property tax abatement for Viega. Got it right?
Vegan.
Viega, there we go. I know, shoot, I almost got it. But today we're gonna talk a little bit about the project. The company has acquired 80 acres at the in Shalersville Township at the Turnpike Commerce Center. They plan to build several buildings there, but their first building will be a manufacturing center, 180,000 square feet on 13.533 acres of land. The total investment we're looking at about $191 million plus. They're looking to create 41 new jobs over the next 3 years, and those 41 jobs will have a payroll of over $2.2 million. The abatement is a 60% of the building value for over 10 years. Today I have Ryan Harris, who's with the company, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what they do and what they're planning to do at that site.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good
Morning.
morning. So, we are a world leader in making pipe fittings, press pipe fittings. Here in Ohio, we'll be making copper, initially, 2 lines of copper, and then, within about 3-4 years, we'll be bringing in carbon steel as well. That is, yeah, so, eventually, in phase 3, 4, 5 of the projected project, it'll be, upwards of 12, 13 lines of production going on at the same time.
And that'll be your facility, the first one you'll build is right across, basically, the new street, the street that we just put there, across from the warehouse.
Correct,
guys.
correct, immediately across the street from.
Yeah, yeah. So you'd be that corner just before you get to the turnpike.
Indeed,
On the right
yes,
side.
sir.
Okay.
Yep, and very much looking forward to getting in, getting some folks hired, and getting to work here. We've got Geis doing a fantastic job for us on the project, building the facility, and
When do you think a facility, if everything goes your way, when would that facility open? Or when
we
would-
are to be producing June 1, 2025.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good
That's-
luck. I
that-
hope the weather holds.
Yeah, I do as well. Understandably an aggressive goal, but that is
Excellent.
what our higher ups in the corporation are seeking out of us.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, you guys are leasing some space over in Streetsboro, right?
We
Is that
In
another
fact,
guy's
just-
building?
just got the keys today from 525 Frost.
Yeah, I drive by that almost every day.
Yeah.
It's, there. Okay.
So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have a sign up there and start bringing folks in to interview pretty
Okay.
soon.
So you're, no manufacturing there, that's just kind of a,
Oh, that'll strictly be
office.
temporary office spaces.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Ryan?
Before we go, I'd like to also say that we got some great support today from the community. Leading up our joint economic development district is Patrick O'Malley here.
Morning,
We
Patrick.
also have a representative from the township, one of the trustees, Jack Bice,
Morning. Good to see you
Yeah.
guys. Thank you.
and also two from the Crestwood School District, Ann.
Yep.
Coming out.
So with all these things happening in Manway, and I live in Aurora, and so I always hear and listen to the things, what does this mean to the Crestwood school system, do you think?
Well, it's a very important building block for our tax base. As you know, in Ohio, it's difficult to pass levies, and we look to be improving infrastructure and raising teachers' pay and scales over the next few years. So we will need that tax base, and then off of that, we can build with the levy.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah,
how long,
very
Brad?
positive outlook, yes.
10
10
years?
10 years is
10-year
6%.
abatement.
Because it's under the threshold,
Right,
isn't it,
correct.
of the 75, where you
Correct.
have to have the school's
Approval?
approval of it. But you're here, Dan, to support this.
Yes.
And that's nice to see someone from the school board here, as well as the township, supporting this.
Yeah,
so.
we're very happy. I mean, we're excited about Shalersville and for Portage County, so.
Yeah.
We're looking for good things from Crestwood Schools in the future as well.
Excellent.
Okay, well then, if everyone's ready, I'll
Yep.
go ahead and I'll make a motion, to, let's see here, or did we, okay. Well, it's gonna come later, I'm sorry, it's
The
under
resolution will be
Shannon.
there, yeah.
Sorry, guys,
Oh,
but
you're
it
next?
is
Yeah, next 5 minutes
approved.
it'll.
So if you wanna,
Stick
wait
around.
a couple minutes, I'll go ahead and read it once Shannon gets up here, so she'll have to come up and sit in front.
Okay. Alright.
You guys wanna
We good?
go in
Thank
the
you.
audience and then you can
Sure.
share
Thank you
the
guys for
screen?
coming.
Happy to.
Thank you.
Shannon,
Shannon,
we
you're
got a
good.
drum roll
My
coming.
turn.
We should-
Hand off.
No, no.
Do you wanna do the resolutions first before I do project
Yeah,
updates?
could we?
Yep. No problem.
Just for the sake of time
Yes.
for folks that have already had to wait here. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to enter into an equipment lease agreement with Visual Edge IT on behalf of the Portage County Auditor.
Second,
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
yes.
Tony.
Yes.
All right, here's the one you want to hear. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to enter into an agreement with Rural Enterprise Zone of Shalersville Township, Ohio with, is it, not Viega? what- Viga.
Viga.
Okay, so the I silent. Viga?
They're vegetarians.
Two of them.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
okay. LLC tax abatement agreement for real property only.
Second,
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
yes.
Tony.
Yes. Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right.
There's
All right,
one more.
Miss Shannon.
Yeah, if you
There's-
guys feel
I
like,
think there's
yeah, if
one
you
more
feel
on
like
there.
leaving, you're more than welcome to now.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, you can stay.
We
You're more than stay.
I'm
You
gonna,
can-
once it's
I love
gonna go
meetings,
to
but I'm
DocuSign.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, I
I'll
figured.
send it to
I
Diane.
was
Good
thinking
seeing
with
you.
you.
Appreciate that.
Good to see you.
Nice meeting you, Ryan.
Thanks for
Nice
coming,
to meet
guys.
you as well. Thank you very
Bye,
much.
Dan.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for
Take
coming
care.
in.
Thanks.
Guys.
Bye,
Thank you.
Jack.
Thanks
Good
for
to
your
see
support.
you.
I saw the name on the science sheet.
Go ahead, Jan-
Bye,
let's
Patrick.
I think she has, she got one more resolution.
Okay, the Board of Commissioners approves and authorizes the execution of the addendum to the County Land Bank Employment Agreement.
Second,
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
yes.
Tony.
Yes. Project updates.
That's right. I don't have too many, so I won't take too much of your
Oh,
time.
good. You'll be back on track. Thank you.
Okay, here at the administration building, if you've noticed out kind of back where we park, there's a pad poured there, cause we have to have another dumpster put there for where the generator's gonna go. So we just had that completed, and the incinerator that I said was supposed to be done by the week of 2020, Eric Hummel just came in to me and he finished today.
Wow.
I know, so that incinerator's out, it was huge. He said there was so much brick in that, in there, but, and it looks great. Sunny Mark went over there as well, so we're actually done with that one, so. We'll just keep moving forward till we get that generator in here. We have to still have plumbers in and electricians, but, for, the maintenance garage, I just heard from BOC, they're hoping to start in March or April, just cause I want it to go now, but they don't have the materials yet, because he's like, it's nice right now, Shannon, but, and then we have a new item to add to our project list. The culvert drains and the apron need to be replaced on the Chestnut Street side of the, main parking lot. When water runs through there, it just overflows everywhere. There's a hole in one of the, culverts, so we need to fix that. I'm getting a cost right now. It'll just be a maintenance expense. It won't be like astronomical, but we need to get it fixed. We were supposed to do it last year, but we didn't have the budget for it, so.
Okay.
And then if you go to page 5, the Riddle Block roof that was going so well, we have a hiccup.
Uh-oh.
Well, what the architect spec'd in the, the railing when we were up on there,
Yeah.
they were just supposed to, the railings, they didn't order it all, thank goodness, but the railing's not correct. They can't use that kind on that sort of pitch roof.
That
It
one
was
that weighs
off
about 100
just a
pounds
little,
apiece?
yeah. It's just a little, they said it's a little bit off, so they're gonna use a different type, but it's a difference of $8,000, but we do have a contingency for it, so we were, yeah. And it was going so great, but remember this project came in well under budget when we did do it. But Mike says, where's that contingency? And we have one, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Very good.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shannon.
That was my shortest time ever.
All right.
Gentlemen, we have to wait 3 minutes for public comment, and you're up, they tell me.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and do miscellaneous. Okay, the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the Portage County Revolving Loan Funds balance sheet dated December 31st, 2023, as presented by Neighborhood Development Services.
Second,
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the January 31st, 2024 letter from Dina Barnhouse, P.E., Chief Ohio Department of Natural Resource Division of Water Resources, stating proposed rule change that includes the removal of regulatory restrictions in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Title I, Chapter 121, Section 121-951.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
The Board of Commissioners acknowledged receipt of the February 6th notice from Faith Lyon and Terry Nielsen, Portage County Board of Elections, indicating that the Board of Elections will be open and in the public in preparation for the March 19th, 2024 primary election.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
In addition to hours listed above, Board of Elections will also be open beyond regular business hours to conduct election official training on the following dates. And then it has a list of dates that should also be on their website and ours. Okay, I'll make a motion. The Board of Commissioners accepts donations to the Office of the Portage County Dog Warden.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So we have an updated journal entry regarding the CCAO agreement with Farmer Energy. Is that something you wanted to look into as of today, or did you want to listen to,
And the last time we did this, we had nobody else from the other group say that. We just did CCOA. I mean, didn't we talk 2 weeks ago about the, when,
well, so
go ahead.
my understanding is that you wanted Shannon to check out what the city of Ravenna did.
Mhm.
So she did. So I'm guessing that's potentially why the Buckeye group, was that?
They just happened to stop by and
I
say
don't
hi
know,
this
quite
morning.
honestly.
Okay.
I was on vacation,
Yeah.
but,
No, so we didn't know they were coming, they just came to visit, so
okay, there you
a
go.
public comment would have
So,
been done.
but if the board would like me to sign, last time you wanted me
Yeah.
to sign on behalf of the board,
Mm-hmm.
so I can do that. I would need a journal entry to do that, or if you want, do you wanna sit on it? What do you want
The
to?
problem is we can't sit on it, and that's why it was concerning me. We hadn't had it, what, for the 23rd?
Yeah, didn't we, a couple weeks ago, say, hey, we're gonna find out when this was due? And we just found out today, it's there on, hey, within a couple weeks, everything's due. Didn't we say we were going to have a chance to NOPEC to be able to give
Well,
us a
they came
presentation?
in,
They didn't know
but they
anything.
didn't know.
We didn't know anything, we thought it was a year, or did they know now?
I wonder
And
if
we were gonna keep
there was
them
a
in.
confusion with the gas aggregate, because we have the gas aggregate with them, and this is the renewal of the electric. I think I don't know if they're both on the same, I don't think they are,
No.
because otherwise, why would we separate?
Yeah.
So I think they're on two different time
Yep.
oh,
Okay.
is it public?
Yeah, public comment? Gentlemen, your public comment.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, come on up front, right up front.
Sure. We appreciate the opportunity
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
So, I'm Tom Bellish from Buckeye Energy Brokers.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Here.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. We've just gotten a lot of calls lately, and it seems like Portage County's kind of the hot area right now.
Mhm.
So, we do work with the city of Ravenna. So what we're presenting is about aggregation. It's not about
That's
county
right.
buildings or anything like that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and
You're just talking.
we do that, but we're not going to interfere with what you've
Mhm.
already
Yeah.
running up and down. We're just talking about the aggregation. We do the Ravenna and Streetsboro
Mhm.
one, and we do work with Summit County, we work with Trumbull County.
Could you give us a definition of, because this is live,
Yeah.
what aggregation means?
Yeah, so this is for the residents and small commercial accounts. So they can, on behalf of the commissioners, a letter is sent out periodically with a deal on it. Right now, the county works with NOPEC.
Mhm.
So, if the county wanted to do something with us, then the letter goes out on behalf of the selected supplier. So, in the case of Ravenna, it's Energy Harbor, or Constellation for gas. So that's what Ravenna is doing now. This would be a program that the county would run on its own,
Mhm.
have total control over not only price, but any grants that you would get as as well. So, that's,
So the groups that do it now, they kind of guide us, I would say, what, if we go with that. And you just said that the county, would you be guiding the county? Or-
yes, yeah,
okay.
we would, but the agreement would be signed and approved by the board, because right now it's not, it's just
They're like a
approved by
broker
no-
for us that
right.
goes out.
Yeah, we would,
Right.
we would be the broker. We would run the aggregation much like you run your own county building.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
It would be that same process, just like you buy for your county buildings, you would buy for the aggregation. So a
What's
little
the-
different than.
Yeah, and that would be, that was my question. What's the difference between doing it the way present and then if we were to be with you?
Yeah, you would have control over the price.
Mhm.
Right now, you just get the price that everybody else gets. And we think that's a disadvantage
Yeah.
for Portage County because of load factor
Yeah.
is one reason. So the load factor in Portage County and the townships is a good one. It's a lot of all electric homes.
Mhm.
When you do a program for a city, you get a lot of natural gas heat. And then, so that you don't get that usage in the winter. Everybody turns on their natural gas furnace,
Mhm,
so you're not using electric. And an electric supplier would rather you have more all-electric homes and that kind of thing, and bigger homes too,
Mhm.
in the cities, a lot of the small apartments
Yeah.
and things. So the pricing should be better. We get significantly better pricing for Summit County
Mhm.
than we do for local cities.
Okay.
So what you're trying to say is, like, and I brought this up before, NOPEC picks the supplier for us,
Yeah.
whether it's the cheapest
Mhm.
or not, they pick it and we're stuck with who they get. Whereas like CCAO goes out and bids it out and then or Palmer Energy, bring it to us and we actually pick it. Is that
Yeah,
what
we
you're
would do
saying
the
that you
same
do as
way.
well? Okay.
A request for proposal, we would show you the bids, and then
Yeah.
the board would pick
Okay.
the rate, the supplier,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. So that's what we do for Urbana Streetsboro.
How long have you been doing this for Ravenna
20
Streetsboro?
Well, it's about 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were the first broker in Ohio. We started in 2000, right?
Okay.
One of the very first ones, the first
Mhm.
broker for gas and electric. We were also the first to implement electric aggregation and natural gas aggregation.
Excellent.
So prior to this, I had worked for First Energy for 12 years.
Okay.
So I learned the business that way and worked with brokers
Okay.
as well then.
Well, thank
So
you
we
guys
just
for
wanted to
coming in.
provide our information.
Yeah,
We
excellent.
called in by LG Chem, and
Yeah.
we also work with Geis.
Mhm.
So there's been a lot of names
Today.
named today that we already work with.
Okay, all right.
So this was the one place we had not been.
Okay.
And I don't know why it's taken 23 years to come here, but this
I've
is the
missed
first
it
time
for-
we've ever been.
I've only been here for 3 years, so I missed it the whole time.
But so yeah, we appreciate that.
Right, great.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for stopping by for us today, all right?
Alrighty.
Thank you, gentlemen, Arthur, Tom.
Take care.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so I'm sorry,
Okay.
Michelle, what are we
So,
doing?
back to this one. This is specific to just county-owned buildings, and
Correct.
I did specifically state that in the letter so
Correct.
that we can follow the bouncing ball a little easier. This is not on the aggregate. But at one time, the board was having a discussion that you wanted to see what your options are,
Correct.
even for your county-owned buildings.
Correct.
So it used to be with NOPEC.
Correct.
Then the board decided to go with CCAO.
Correct.
And then Commissioner Tinlin said, well, hey, let's see what the city of Ravenna does, right? So then Shannon reached out, asked some questions, kind of what went on there, but here's what, I guess, a little bit of confusion and what I'm understanding as of today. Seemingly, you cannot get pricing unless you sign a
Remember,
letter giving
right.
them exclusive authority
Yep.
on your behalf.
Correct.
But we can't really do that until the board decides who do you want to go with. So I guess your options are, do you want to go with NOPEC, where they go out and they do their best to get you the best
Correct.
pricing and they give you their recommendation. CCA goes out with Palmer, gets
Well,
a couple of
wait,
different
I
pricing.
wanna back up there.
Gives you the
No, they
opportunity.
tell us who we're gonna use. They don't give us the option. NOPEC does
No,
not give
NOPEC,
us-
if you go with NOPEC is, this is what we do, and here's the price.
Yeah.
And their caveat is that they give a stipend at the end of the year for people, and some of the townships like that. And
But that's
C-
not what we're talking about for
No, so that,
accountability.
we're just talking about the organization. CCOA says, we believe this is the best price, and that's the best price, and you'll save money on
But they let you choose.
Yeah.
it.
I would like to go with, Palmer Energy, which is through CCAO. As you heard today, 77 of the 88 counties
73.
goes, or 73 of the 88 counties are with them. They look out for our best interests. As he described, the board is made up of commissioners and county administrators that's looking out for the commissioner's best interest. And I just think that we should go with NOPEC, and then we be able to decide
Go with
who we
CC,
want.
go with Palmer.
Or Palmer, so that we can see what's out there. They'll recommend what they think would be best, but at the end of the day, we still can look at all the requests for proposals that came in and make that decision. And that's what I like. I like having the ability for us to choose, not having someone choose for us. That might not be the best price.
Mr. Tinley,
Feel exactly the same way.
Ms. Sabrina? Done.
Okay.
Okay,
Read the
so,
resolution.
well, journal entry.
Journal entry.
Journal entry, allowing the county administrator to sign on behalf of the board.
Yep.
And I can show you this letter.
Okay. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorize County Administrator Michelle Crombie to sign an authorization letter to appoint CCAO-SC as the exclusive agent and consultant to secure electric pricing on our behalf, with Palmer Energy assigned as the program manager.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes?
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
No.
No, you don't have to
No.
sign. Michelle's just letting you see.
I just wanna let you know
She's gonna.
There's a line in there specific to county buildings.
Yes, I
Yep,
saw that.
absolutely.
Did you vote no?
Yes.
Yes, I'm a
Okay.
no.
Is it-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Confirm.
Okay, there you go. Do you want to read that? That's all right. Okay. We're good. Is there anything else to come before the board?
No.
No? Motion to adjourn, make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Roll call?
Tony,
Yes?
Mike,
Yes.
Sabrina.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cool.
That basically is the same letter as before, except I wanted to add the line in there specific to county buildings, so not any confusion. Well, we limit confusion.
And is
on
that a